Roads built by Greeks for their own people have never been blocked or criticized by the UN. But when it is a Turkish Cypriot project, UN officials take action to prevent it immediately. The construction of this road has been the subject of discussion between the UN representative and Northern Cyprus officials, and all have been kept informed of when works will start. We do not welcome the sudden accumulation of UN instruments, contrary to the customs of the disputed region, which the United Nations describes as the buffer zone, and the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus as its own territory. We believe this action shows the UN has lost its impartiality.
Well, for more on this, joining us now is Huseyin Isiksal from Gurney, a special advisor to the President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. So warm welcome to the programme. Now, there is an ongoing dispute between the TRNC and the UN mission in Cyprus regarding a humanitarian project here, this road project. Why do you think the UN is opposing this?
Hello. First of all, when it's come to Cyprus issue, unfortunately, we always see inequality per excellence and double standards and all kind of, unfortunately, very biased standing against the Turkish Cypriot. As you know, despite our very constructive attitude regarding to this Pile-Yigitler road, which has a history of exceeding 25 years, actually. And during all this time, we made all the calls. We tried to open up, negotiations to facilitate daily lives of our citizens living in Pile. But unfortunately, our goodwill has not been reciprocated. I'm repeating here because I didn't see in the news that both the presidents of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus negotiation team, which is I am a member, and also our foreign ministry, are having these ongoing negotiations with the UN officers, and we make it very clear that this is a very humanitarian issue because we have approximately 500 Turkish Cypriots living in the Pile village, which is the only village in the island that Greeks and Turkish Cypriots live together. But the problem is our citizens in the Pile, which is in the buffer zone, they have to pass, checkpoints when they are reaching to their town. So their access is restricted, their freedom is restricted. So naturally, they are asking for more than 30 years, 35 years from the TRNC authorities to build the road where they can have a direct access for their all kinds of humanitarian needs to the TRNC. So as the government of the TRNC, we decided to put this project into the practice. This year we well informed UN authorities, and unfortunately, as I am repeating, although we have all this constructive attitude, the UN tried to stop this humanitarian road. The problem is, as I said, Cyprus issue is always inequal per excellence. The same United Nations authorities turned their blunt eye to the Greek-Cypriot administration fait accompli in the buffer zone. For instance, 2 roads has been built in the same area in the buffer zone that connects Pile to the Greek side, plus a university has been built illegally in the buffer zone, and also open theater has been built in the buffer zone. And while all this happening, as the authorities, TRNC authorities, including presidency, prime minister, and foreign minister, we strongly condemned these acts, and we said that this is an illegal action. But I'm repeating, the UN go blind eye. But when it comes to these humanitarian actions, unfortunately, we see that they start to build bargains and they start to stop our civilian people who try to build up the roads, in TRNC sovereignty. This is absolutely unacceptable.
Okay, that's the dispute. But why is this construction? Why is it so important for the people living there?
It's so important because, as I said, Pile is a very strategic location in the buffer zone. It's the only village where Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots live together. But because of this limited access to the TRNC, the population, Turkish population in Pile is declining every single day. And on the other hand, as I said, Greek Cypriots built 2 main roads. They built universities. They are opening, job opportunities. So it's the aim is actually trying to convert Pile to a, Greek populated area. So this is one aspect of the problem. The second aspect is, as I said, our citizens should have a free access, to come to TRNC because they need hospital needs, they need schooling needs, they need, all kind of humanitarian needs. And they by this way they will have a very shortcut to the capital Lefkoşa, instead of turning all the way back and passing the checkpoints from the British sovereign bases. So it's a very important road actually.
All right, Huseyin, thank you so very much indeed for coming on the programme and offering your view on this topic. A special advisor to the President of the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus.